A tearful and emotional Ellen DeGeneres has brought an end to her hit series after 19 seasons this week. The talk show host, 64, announced the current season of The Ellen DeGeneres Show would be her last year, with the final episode airing on Thursday. Ellen's long-running talk show comes to an end nearly 2 years after staffers on the show reported a toxic work environment on set. There were also damning claims of racism and bullying at the time when former staff on the show decided to come clean about the toxic atmosphere surrounding the set of The Ellen DeGeneres Show. Following the damning accusations, top executives, some who had worked on the show since its debut almost 2 decades ago, were fired and an investigation was launched. This prompted an awkward televised apology from Ellen in 2020, whose small screen slogan has always been "Be kind to one another." When she announced that her beloved show would be coming to an end in 2022, TV host Ellen insisted that she was merely stepping down for creative reasons. However, internet sleuths beg to differ. Following the Ellen DeGeneres Show's scandal, social media warriors have created countless complications of the TV host's questionable behavior towards guests down through the years. Here, we take a look at some of the most shocking revelations from the show. Ellen pressures Mariah Carey to confirm pregnancy with glass of champagne. Probably the most shocking moment on the entirety of the show was Ellen's awkward interview with Mariah Carey back in 2008. At the time, rumors were swirling that singing sensation Mariah was pregnant, but the All I Want for Christmas star was determined to keep hush-hush about private pregnancy business. That was until TV host Ellen tricked her on live TV. During the tense interview, Ellen hounded Mariah to confirm or deny tabloid rumors that she was pregnant and pressured the star to take a sip of champagne from a glass to determine whether or not she was expecting. Following the interview, Mariah was forced to prematurely confirm that she was in fact pregnant at the time, but soon after, she suffered a devastating miscarriage. "I wasn't ready to tell anyone because I had had a miscarriage," the singer told Vulture after the show. "I was extremely uncomfortable with that moment is all I can say. And I really have had a hard time grappling with the aftermath." Ellen's controversial friendship with Republican President George Bush. When Ellen DeGeneres was pictured sat alongside former President of the United States, George Bush, at an American football game in 2019, the TV host faced incredible social media backlash. The TV host, 60, watched American football teams Dallas Cowboys and Green Bay Packers go head-to-head alongside her wife Portia de Rossi and Bush, and as soon as the pictures spread to social media, outrage ensued. Ellen faced intense criticism for hanging out with Bush, due to their opposing beliefs, as the TV host is a proud Hollywood liberal, while Bush couldn't be any more different, being a conservative Republican. In response to the backlash, Ellen, who came out as a gay woman in 1997, said, "I'm friends with George Bush. In fact, I'm friends with a lot of people who don't share the same beliefs that I have. We're all different, and I think that we've forgotten that that's okay, that we're all different. Just because I don't agree with someone on everything doesn't mean that I'm not going to be friends with them. When I say be kind to one another, I don't only mean the people that think the same way that you do. I mean be kind to everyone." Ellen's Twitter takedown after she almost got waitress fired at the beginning of 2020, a Twitter thread asking for stories about Ellen DeGeneres being one of the meanest people alive, received more than 2,000 responses and contributed to the downfall of her kind veneer. Comedian Kevin T. Porter crowdsourced insane stories you've heard about Ellen being mean in exchange for $2 donations to the Los Angeles Regional Food Bank. In response to his tweet, the comedian received thousands upon thousands of replies from people from all walks of life who had worked with and crossed paths with Ellen. Although the accuracy of the stories are genuinely impossible to verify from mere tweets, thousands of social media users called out the TV host for her questionable actions down through the years. One Twitter user accused Ellen of using her fan art as a prop, while another described her getting mad at a waitress at a brunch spot due to the fact she was serving her and her wife, Portia, with chipped nail varnish. The Twitter user penned, "I worked as her server one time when she and Portia were at brunch. She wrote a letter to the owner and complained about my chipped nail polish, not that it was on her plate but just that it was on my hand. I had worked till closing the night before and this was next morning. I almost got me fired." Ellen compares lockdown in her Hollywood mansion to be in prison. Ellen left her fans infuriated during the pandemic when she compared being stuck in lockdown in her Hollywood mansion to being in prison. Following her tone-deaf comment, furious Twitter users were quick to call out the talk show host for what they felt was an insensitive remark. "One thing I've learned from being in quarantine is that people, this is like being in jail, is what this is. It's mostly because I've been wearing the same clothes for 10 days, and everyone in here is gay," Ellen joked at the time. Ellen's comments came during the worst point of the pandemic, and social media users slammed her joke, especially due to the fact it was during a time when prison inmates had an increased risk of contracting COVID-19. Others pointed out that inmates in prisons were far more likely to die from the novel coronavirus than the larger population, especially wealthy and privileged people such as DeGeneres. Dakota Johnson calls out Ellen for lying about not being invited to her birthday in 2020. Ellen invited 50 Shades of Grey actress Dakota Johnson onto the show following her birthday a number of weeks previous. During the awkward interview, which was filled to the brim of snide remarks, cutting comments, and silences, Ellen slammed Dakota for failing to send her an invite to her October birthday bash. However, in an unexpected turn, the defiant actress hit back at Ellen during the live show as she insisted that she was in fact invited to her party, but she had simply failed to turn up, like the previous year. Viewers recoiled and cringed as they watched Ellen try to squirm her way out the situation, but Dakota continued to throw her under the bus by asking Ellen to query the subject with her media team, who confirmed live on air that she was in fact invited to Dakota's birthday. The two stars bickered for a while before Dakota finally said, "That's not the truth, Ellen, you were invited. I didn't even know you wanted to be invited, I didn't even know you liked me." Nikki Tutorials claims Ellen was not as welcoming as she had hoped after makeup guru Nikki Tutorials came out as trans. She was invited onto the Ellen DeGeneres show to discuss her inspiring journey, but it didn't go as she had hoped it would. A number of weeks after her appearance on the chat show, she made a number of scathing comments about how Ellen treated her before and after the interview. Lifting the lid on the drama, Nikki said that her time on Ellen made her feel like she was in a whole different world to what's portrayed on TV. Nikki claimed that before the sit-down chat with Ellen, she was hoping that the host would come and say hello, but she failed to interact with the global star at all. "It would have really nice if she had came over and said hello to me. But she didn't," she told after the interview. Ellen comes under fire for defending Kevin Hart's unearthed homophobic tweets. Comedian Kevin Hart faced harsh backlash in 2018 when fans unearthed a number of his historic tweets dating from 2009 to 2012 where he seemingly made homophobic references. After the tweets resurfaced, Kevin was backed by Ellen when his Oscars hosting duties hung in uncertainty. At the time, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences gave the comedian the option of apologizing for the tweets or losing the job as host of the Oscars. In an unexpected turn of events, Hart refused to apologize on the basis that he had previously addressed the issue of his historic tweets several times before, and he was unwilling to do it again. While millions of fans hit out at the comedian at the time, Ellen decided to back him and instead expressed her sympathy towards Hart, claiming that he shouldn't have to continue to apologize for his past mistakes. In more recent years, Ellen shocked fans when she revealed that she actually penned a lengthy letter to the Academy to ask them to reconsider Hart's role, even without his apology. The TV chat show host makes cruel jokes about Ellen impersonator Dawn Luttrell, who worked as an Ellen DeGeneres impersonator, was left heartbroken after she met her idol. The impersonator, who looks eerily like the famous TV talk show host, couldn't believe her misfortune when Ellen made fun of her and spewed scathing comments about her appearance during a live segment on the show. Dawn even claimed that she was forced to seek therapy after the trauma of the event. It kicked off in 2018 when Dawn's agent shared an audition tape of her performing as DeGeneres with a producer on the show. Speaking to The Telegraph, Dawn said that her experience, Ellen was mean-spirited and a bully. She also said DeGeneres' takedown of her appearance and livelihood left her incredibly saddened.